So, first question, hopefully the easiest. Do you mind just saying and spelling your first and last name and also giving us your new title?
Sure. Jeff, Jeff. And last name is Cochren, Cochren. And I will be the superintendent of South Knox Schools.
Awesome. First question is really just hiring a superintendent isn't exactly a process you can do over the course of a day. Obviously, there's a lot of interviews, there's the public hearing and everything. Tuesday, you finally got to the end of the finish line, or you crossed the finish line. So, what was it like to finally be at that point? What were the emotions to finally have it behind you?
Well, I was very happy. I had decided to pursue my superintendent's license 2 summers ago, and I got that finished. And then I was fortunate enough then to have the opportunity at South Knox. So it was about a month-long process from the first time I met with the board until Tuesday night. So yeah, I was very excited, very happy that it went the way that it did. And I was very happy to have my family there outside of one daughter who couldn't make it. But I was very glad to have my wife and 2 daughters and one grandson there.
Hey, that's a pretty dang good turnout, especially for the family. So, you mentioned getting your superintendent license 2 summers ago. I know you were the principal down at high school Heritage Hills, I believe, for quite some time. So, what made it so you wanted to pursue, an opportunity like this?
Well, I come from school administrators. My parents were both school administrators. My dad retired as superintendent at Princeton, and unfortunately, he passed away 2 summers ago. And you just kind of take stock of things. And I've been in building level administration for, at that time, 13 years, and just decided that it was the right time. It felt like it was the right time to pursue that, and so that's what I did.
Yeah. And what about South Knox in particular was appealing to you?
Well, demographically, very similar to the schools I've worked in before. Before my time at Heritage Hills, my first administrative position was at Eastern Green as assistant principal and athletic director. And so I felt comfortable in that idea that South Knox would be a place that was very similar to the places I had both taught and been an administrator before. So, and then beyond that, even more important than that, before I decided to even apply, you do what research you can. Education is a very there's just a lot of connections, and so there were people I knew that knew South Knox pretty well. Communicated with them, and everything I had seen and was told was that South Knox had a lot of really great things going on in their schools. One thing that stuck out to me was the number of out-of-district transfer students who are going to South Knox, which tells me that there are a lot of great things happening there, and parents know it. So they want their kids to be a part of it. So that was really a key factor in deciding to even apply for the position.
Interesting. I think that's a lot of good insight there. I know the first day is July 1st, or you officially take over July 1st. I think that's technically a Saturday.
Correct.
But do you have any idea what those first few weeks, first few months will look like? Is there anything in particular you're looking to tackle first, or is it kind of just figuring out everything, introducing yourself to everyone, and getting a better understanding of how the school corporation works?
Yeah, the first priority for me is to get to know as many people as I can and allow people to get to know me. It is a process in gaining trust of people, and not only in the school corporation but in the community. So, my plan is to be very visible. I'll be, once school starts for sure. They're going to see me in the buildings. They're going to see me at activities. And that's the only way you get to know people and let people get to know you. So I'll be spending a lot of time in that in doing that. And then beyond that, I have to, I'll be going. I've been up there 3 or 4 times to meet with people, and I'll be spending time, obviously in the office, just trying to get a handle on budget. That's very important. But then also personnel, just getting to know everybody. So yeah, my first my first school year, so to speak, will be spent getting to know people in the community and obviously in school.
And obviously, some of that process has kind of already started. I know at the meeting on Tuesday, you were able to address everyone there and everything. For anyone who reads this, sees this, what is your message to the South Knox community as you get ready to take over?
I think my first message is that, my experiences are that as long as decisions are made with the best interest of the kids in mind, and that's throughout the entire organization. That's everybody that's working with kids on a daily basis, the administrators, the building administrators, and myself. We have to keep in mind why we're there. There's an awful lot of noise surrounding education nowadays, and sometimes it's a challenge to cut the noise out and keep the main focus, which has to be what's best for our students. So I want people to know that that's my number one philosophy, I guess. We will make decisions that are best for students, and that's the most important thing that we do.
Yeah, I think you put it well again. Final question on my end. Thank you so much for having some time this morning again. Is there anything I didn't ask you about that you think is important for people to know as you get ready to take over? If so, go ahead. I know that's very open-ended, so if nothing comes to mind, you're all good.
Yeah. I'm very family-oriented. Been married to my wife, Kathy, for 36 years. We have 3 daughters. I have 3 grandsons, and our days are, spent obviously around our work, but it's really more importantly around our family activities, and that's what we've been, and that's how I was raised. That's how my wife was raised with her family. We are from a small community and love the small community values, and I have no doubt that South Knox is a really good match for us as a family, as well as obviously for me to be in this position.
Awesome. Thank you again so much.